Welcome back to Wake Up Movie Bros! And it's been so long that I can't bring my voice that high. We'll have to wait till my podcast. I'm so sorry, guys. But I'm Jacob.
I'm Ray.
And today we're watching a very sad, depressing, uplifting, heartfelt, action-packed, girl power Wonder Woman.
Really
with
weird,
a dose of
really weird final act.
With a dose of sea Trevor.
And a really weird third act.
Yeah. But you know what? You want to know the fun fact about that third act? I still feel like I'm going to cry. I cried in theaters when I watched it. And I have a feeling this time around, which I'm not going to spoil what happens here. Just because there could be that random person who pops up and like, I've never seen this before. So, for you, because we're going to watch it. And that's the only reason why I will not spoil Wonder Woman for you. For a reason back there, I could cry. So.
And the whole reason we are watching Wonder Woman is to get ready for next Friday's release of Wonder Woman 1984.
Which our respective time that we're going to be watching that is, I think, on his birthday on the 30th is what we talked about. We'll have to wait and see. So, watch out for that one. It'll be between, it might not be in December. It might be the beginning of January. It might be the first movie we watch. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. We have a lot of birthdays. My birthday is 3 days after his birthday. So.
Which we can all, but we can both say respectively that by the time we watch the commentary, we'll have both seen 84 before we watch the commentary.
I plan on seeing it first in theaters before we watch it through HBO Max, and Zachary, I'm pretty sure, is going to watch it on his television. But that's fine, It's all good. All right, are you ready to watch this movie, Zachary?
Yes, and can we get right on the syncing of this one, please?
I can't promise that. This is a 2-hour and 22-minute movie. I'm sure there's going to be pauses. Oh, hold on. I scrolled down, and Justice League popped up on HBO Max, and I just felt sad for a minute. So.
Oh, Jacob, there is no Justice League movie. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Okay, you ready?
Yep. 3.
Hold on. I have a load-in time. You have to wait till my load-in time's over. Okay. We're good. All right.
Hang on. Remember, HBO Max has ads.
HBO Max doesn't have ads?
Never mind.
Does HBO Max have ads?
No, it doesn't. I'm sorry.
It's like, I've been using HBO Max like every night. I don't think HBO Max has ads.
Okay. I'm on 0, 0, 0.
I'm on 0, 0, 0.
Okay. 3, 2, go.
Oh, by the way, not to plug any of my streams or anything, but I've been streaming this beautiful game on my every single day this week so far.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How's that been going?
It's very misogynistic, and I was just not prepared. I'm really liking it. There's a lot of nostalgia feelings. If I didn't have those feelings, I'd probably be very disgusted. So.
Out of curiosity, has it taken control of your Xbox at all, like it did with ours?
No, but I've not played multiplayer yet, so. It requires 2 people, so. Oh, but you can.
It's been so long since I've seen this movie.
I turned on closed captions and it paused the movie.
Okay. I'm at 1:17.
You're at what?
I'm at 1 minute 17 seconds.
Oh. Okay, 3,
2.
Cool.
Huh.
What?
We did click on the right movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't
I'm
remember
just
how the
making...
soup ends?
No.
This is going to be fun. I don't really remember it either. It's been a long time.
I wonder if this one leads better than Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I have a feeling it probably does. Oh my gosh. I remember when all the theories came out based on the weapons in her room.
Yeah.
Oh.
By the way, congratulations to Wonder Woman 84 for being certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, good for them. They had an
They
8
are
in front of it,
certified
right?
89%. Huh? 89%.
89?
Yep.
Oh, it's grown since the last time I looked.
I believe it's 89 or 87.
Zachary's slowly changing. Ooh. Sorry, wrong movie. 88. You were close.
But still, that's huge.
For anybody who is curious, though, for Wonder Woman 1984, try to stay off the internet. UK gets it today. So spoilers will be out. So if you don't want them, they are there.
Were you kind of aggravated that Grace put out her spoiler review a week in advance?
No, because she did it for the UK. I mean, I get it. I understand. That's the problem with releasing the movie earlier. But
Yeah.
of course, us Americans, we're first. So it's more of a problem.
I can already tell I'm gonna like this movie. I know I've seen it, but I can already tell. It just feels good. Feels like a good movie. Oh, I'm hanging. Robin Wright's so good in this movie. By the way, the fact
Good child
that
actor.
the person who directed this in '84 is directing possibly, hopefully, one of the best pilot movies for Star Wars ever has got me hyped. We'll talk about that podcast, but holy shit. A lot happened in the last time we did one.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we should have probably pushed to do one earlier, but we didn't. So it is what it is. It's also the last thing before we take our break, so we're going out with a bang.
Oh, good God. On top of that, we'll have the finale of Mandalorian to talk about.
Hopefully it's better than the last episode.
I think there was some promising stuff in last week's episode. I thought Bill Burr was so much better in this one than he was in his last one.
I had a lot of issues with it.
And that episode debunked the Pedro Pascal rumors.
Not necessarily.
He confirmed it during an interview with 84.
I'm just happy they worked everything out. That means he can move on to season 3, and we can keep Baby Yoda. And
what's his name?
Oh my God! Remind me later to tell you a story about that.
Okay.
Oh, guys, it's Aries.
Oh boy. Wow.
This is very provocative. That kind of looks like Nicole Kidman. So beautifully well done.
Became bald, grayed, and had a red thing across his face, and became the god of war.
Wow, that is true.
Have you watched the opening scene yet to 84? They released?
No, I heard it was heavily cutted, so I was just gonna wait until I saw it. So
Diana's opening dialogue is really good, but other than that, yeah, it's just a heavy cut for the trailer.
the first one had a 93 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is it still one of the highest rated DCEU movies?
I can tell you that.
It's probably between Aquaman, Shazam, and this one. Probably.
I want to say Aquaman was the highest. Yeah, that one's a little more cartoonish. It could be lower. No, that one has a 65.
What about Shazam?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Because I can go to a direct collection, and I can even let you know. Wonder Woman was the first one and the only to get a non-Rotten Tomato. So it has a 93%, which is the highest. The lowest.
Don't tell me. Let me guess.
Okay.
Never mind. Is Suicide Squad probably with 16?
27%. And then, what do you think's next?
Oh boy, Justice League.
Nope.
Batman, Superman.
Yep, with 28%.
Then Justice League.
Yep, with 40%.
Man of Steel.
Yep, with 56%.
Okay, because the Man of Steel. Aquaman.
Yep, 65%.
Okay, Shazam.
Nope.
Oh. Oh boy, am I missing one?
You are.
Holy crap! It must not have been that good. I don't remember it.
Yeah, you didn't really like it.
Oh Jesus! What is it?
Oh, well, there's. Yeah, there we go. 78%.
then Shazam, then Wonder Woman.
Well, no, then Wonder Woman 1984, then Shazam, and then Wonder Woman.
Oh,
So, I do love how you just totally forgot about Birds of Prey.
it's just that's most of the impression that movie left on me.
It's almost a
What
year old.
movie? It's crazy.
We got 2 DCE movies this year.
They can help. They can hold that over Marvel's head.
They sure can, but Marvel's coming for cutthroat.
In space. Marvel's like, okay, yeah, we took a year off, but look what next year's going to bring. Within the first 3 months of the year.
Oh, there she is. I'm curious to see if the new one shows us how she gets so hardened.
Get so what?
Like, when we meet her in Batman vs. Superman, she's so not playful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Wonder Woman 3 was confirmed.
But not a shocker.
It wasn't even confirmed by Warner Brothers. So funny.
Man, if I were Warner Brothers, I wouldn't confirm, say, do, or be anything right now. I would sit in my corner and go, what have we done?
They confirmed it because of back end deals for Wonder 1984. That's part of the reason why they accepted it going on HBO Max. Damn. I think it's time for mommy to tell you a different story. Their breasted plates have nipples. They went full Batman.
No, they don't. It was just a cold day on Themyscira. That's all.
That's a
These
horrible
two
joke.
no mistakes. It's just a cold day. There's no.
Now you're staring at them.
Well, he brought it up.
Gosh, what a man. Speaking of a man, he's not here yet, but he'll be here in a second. I hear his airplane.
Yep, so do I.
And there he is. Well, that is so cool, though. How could you be mad if you live in a world like that? I mean, I think I'd be a little mad being gay and all and living in a world filled with females. I feel like I'd be a little sad, but, you know. If I was a female and I like females and with those pretty views.
He is so good in this movie.
I thought you were going to say he's so good looking.
No. I was going to say he's so good in this movie.
Not entirely sure why I thought those things, but I did. He is very good in this movie.
Plus, Hans Zimmer is my favorite DC composer, so his score always gets me every time.
Water, I tell you, is so pretty.
When used correctly, yes.
I've also seen it where it's not used correctly. That is true. Sometimes it's god awful.
Mm-hmm.
Greyhound, anyone?
You know what I think of when it comes to that? Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Now I have to Google, so give me 1 quick second to do some Googling.
The scene where Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Jar Jar are underneath the water on Naboo. And they fight the fish.
I have no idea whatsoever what you just said. The difference between the dark and the light world, I tell you. Does it never get dark there? Oh. You know, this must be something where I just blocked.
I've blocked Episode 1 a lot.
I don't even remember this creature.
Oh, Gooberfish, do something! It's the only thing I remember from that part.
It's an Opie.
That's great. That's it.
Weird. Soldiers shouting in German. Oh no! Look at those boats! Don't worry, guys. That's cranberry juice.
No. It is sparkling red grape.
So it's juice, guys. It's sparkling juice. He paid extra money for the bottle to say sparkling on it.
Hey, it's good. You leave me alone.
You're not talking about.
I finally have decent snacks for tonight's endeavor. I have my sparkling grape juice, which is very good, may I mind you. If you let it sit long enough, it does become alcoholic and potent. And
You're missing great action.
Churros.
Is that a churro? We're not even watching Spider-Man. Damn. Daniel. Look at those fonts. They're just like, let's wipe them. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think all we always talk about is when they go in the battle later on in the movie, but wow, did we just sleep on this opening? Okay.
Oh,
Robin
Gordon.
Wright was like, "Yep, I am that bitch." Mm. Chris Pratt was like, "Yeah, I am that bitch."
Oh shit.
The man. It was the man. Honestly, truly, yeah.
Oh, we know how to tell you. It's a little thing called a rope.
Well, you are not wrong.
That is such a great opening. Wow.
Spy. He's a spy. You can say it. We know it. You can say it. There we go. Oh, must feel amazing. Those blue eyes, though. Wow. That's how you fall in love with someone. Questionable weapons.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hate to be that person.
Mm-hmm. You know a movie's good when we don't commentate at all.
We've been kind of talking. Little talk. Where's my book? Where's my book, Doctor? He took my book. You could be indifferent, man. You don't need to start running. That's very specific. Steve, you're looking very specific. Okay, now we're full on questionable.
Okay, now we're just gonna kill you.
Now we're beyond questionable. We're gonna shoot you out of the sky. Oh yes, get in a car that we can blow up. That sounds fun. Damn! So cool. He shot so well. Patty Jenkins, he
I'm
did
genuinely
great.
curious how he comes back in '84.
So am I. I am so curious. You eating a churro? Is that seriously what you're eating? We're not even watching Spider-Man. You're like being a dick to Peter Parker right now.
Found
He's
this
not
nice
even
little lady.
here.
She gave me a churro.
I do love how she just straight out agrees. Like, yeah, they're easily corrupted. We get that, but how do we fix it? Eating a freaking churro. Ooh. Oh, he's very truthful. Oh, Zachary.
Yes, Jacob, here's your scene. You happy?
The scene. But you must really not remember this movie. No, okay. He's not even trying to cover himself. Feels very Mulan. There is so much nudity in this movie. I totally forgot.
Okay. Just a smile, like,
Sure.
yeah. You can feel the chemistry between these two. It's ridiculous.
I love how she just thinks this is normal. There's a goat. Oh, it's a cow! That's a cow!
What do you think it was?
I thought it was a goat. I was about to ask my question, and it answered it for me. And that's what happens if it broke? Okay. Ow.
Shout out to her. It's probably just like a faint pinch.
Like, not to be that person, but she had to have broken it.
A
Do you
nail.
think her nails are like? Do you think her nails are indestructible? Like, if they grow, how did she cut them? With a very big blade?
Possibly.
You know what the really sad thing about this movie is? Is that the first 2/3 are so amazing, but that final third,
Oh boy.
I'm not really ready for it. Honestly, I've been kind of pushing off watch this movie just for it. Let me get some trivia for us. Let's find some trivia. Wrong movie. They both currently have a 7.4 on IMDb.
This is one thing I don't get about the movie. In
Sure.
every other continuity, whether it be comic or even animated, Diana was allowed to return if she wanted to. I don't get why Patty made that choice of keeping her away from here if she has the option to return if she wants to just to visit. I think that kind of takes away a little bit from her character of not being able to return to her home. Because it's Nemaskera is used a lot in the comics.
I think it was used simply by making it a higher stake. She is choosing to leave a place that is one protected. It's going to be a rarity if they come back, like if the soldiers come back onto this land. Who will find her? Who will know? All answers will be revealed in 2-ish hours. No,
That's fair. I mean, that's fair.
it raises the stakes. She chose to make her choice, and she could have been like, "Okay, I want to stay home." Then,
Yeah. I love her optimism. They do so well with this. Oh, the script's so good for this movie.
Well, actually, a lot of this banter is yeah. We announced it a while ago. We just didn't have any dates for it yet.
A lot's
But no,
happened in the past week.
that is true. A lot of things have changed and stuff. We're gonna do this when we're gonna do Wonder Woman 1984.
We're sorry, Dirt Batman.
Mm-hmm. If you want to know the time, we're currently sitting at 42 minutes, about to be 43 minutes.
Well, that's neat. Man,
So you remember
could you imagine saying that to somebody? How were you born? Oh, my mom sculpted me by clay, and she was shocked by lightning. Is that why your eyes slightly off to the left? It wasn't a good day. Huh?
It's a lot of volumes.
Man. So in that book's way of saying, oh, we women, we good. You know, you stay over there. You know, we get the child, but then you chill. You have a good day. Hey, look,
He's kind of like a typical typecasted villain.
he was also the main villain in X-Men Origins Wolverine, and
Like I said, it's a little typecast there. Yeah, he's been playing this role in his sleep for a while now. Complacent. No, Wonder Woman 1984 doesn't come out for us until Christmas.
he's like, man, how'd you guys get the score?
Well, depends on where he's at, but it doesn't come out till Christmas, so we'll be watching it around the 30th. No official dates on that one yet, sadly. Unless we move it to the middle of January, which is so you could choose something else to watch. And my birthday is the 2nd, and so the first, that could be the difference. But it will happen within the next little bit. Because I'm sure there's a movie out there Zachary's dying for me to be forced to watch, and I would say yes for his birthday.
Have you watched any of the reviews for Monster Hunter?
I sure have, and you know what I'm still going to go see?
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter. That's actually I was supposed to be watching right now. But I decided to watch Wonder Woman with you guys instead.
I think you made the right call.
Well, I'm still going to see it, so I'll let you know. I'm also going to see Fatale. Do you know what that is?
No.
The Hilary Swank one.
Oh.
That popped up in our theater. I was like, okay. We'll dabble.
Did you hear about Lizzie McGuire today?
No.
The reboot is canceled. They're not doing it.
I'm wondering if they got to go. They should have just put a runny Hulu.
If you guys are wondering, he's reading an article right now.
Yeah, sorry. I clicked on CBS News. So, basically what I'm understanding is the same problems they were having with scripting where they're having still. Is that Hilary Duff and several other people who worked on the original television show wanted a much more adult Lizzie McGuire. And Disney did not want to do an adult Lizzie McGuire. So if it does come back for like a Disney adjacent type of thing. Like a Hulu.
Yeah.
I think it'd do nice to run Hulu though. And it's like a little missed opportunity there.
Well, we haven't really the other one we haven't heard about really. I mean, they just announced it was iCarly. You don't know how they're going to do iCarly.
Kid, I was really shocked by that one.
Did you see who's not coming back for it?
Everybody, except for the one who ended it all. So that's very interesting. I'm very curious to see what her opinion is on all this stuff.
She's talked about it. She's a podcast.
I know she has a podcast. I Google it.
Oh, she's such a good character. Not here.
So she hasn't mentioned anything. The only thing that was kind of, I agree. She was also my favorite as well. The only thing that's been kind of talked about is that she could pop up in cameo episodes as a guest appearance, but not a full-fledged role. But she has yet to comment on it herself.
I wouldn't be shocked if Sam's somewhere in jail, probably.
I really hope not. I mean, iCarly wasn't really known for character development, but
No.
I would hope that they would give her some type of character development.
Once again, DC's like, put glasses on her, they never know it's her.
Yeah, she is walking out with a sword.
And shield.
So. He's like, I don't know. She has a sword.
She's still got the sword and shield in her hand.
I mean, I think the more shocking thing is how people are just like, well, it's odd, but we're not going to stop and talk about it.
What? Oh, the shield thing. Wouldn't it be funny if Etika showed up at the end of the film during the third act and said, Diana, you forgot these! And just threw them at her.
Well, with this third act, I wouldn't be so shocked.
I love this scene coming up.
Maybe we're giving it too much a hard credit. Maybe it's not as bad as we remember. It's been a long time. There is a slight possibility that we're assuming the
I love
worst.
this scene. This is such Richard Donner Superman.
How about we just say it's such Wonder Woman? You know, let's stop comparing him. Let's just enjoy
But it's
it.
inspired by what Richard Donner did for Superman.
Or we can just enjoy Captain Trevor. Sorry. I do hate them. They shot the glasses off her. Okay, they shot the glasses off her face, but he can't punch the glasses off of him. He's like, it's a little more complicated. You know, I could never see myself being so passionate that I'd poison myself to death. Could you see yourself being so passionate that you poison yourself to death over it?
Nope.
We have plans of doing Zack Snyder's Justice League. I have an idea. Depending on how they're doing it, will determine if the idea will come for fruition.
Well, we have more information about Zack Snyder's Justice League if I can bring it up real quick. I feel like it is appropriate.
I mean, it is appropriate, I'd say.
Due to budgetary constraints, they are no longer looking at a miniseries format for Justice League.
Yeah.
They are considering doing it as just a straight 4-hour cut for a film instead of a miniseries format due to budgetary restraints, from what I have read.
Yep. I've heard that is the current rumor going around right now, that nothing has been directly confirmed. So I was thinking either we'll watch the 4-hour movie with you guys, based, our first time ever seeing it, we'll watch it with you. Or if it does come out an episode weekly, and like every time a new episode comes out, we'll sit down, we'll watch it together.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, I think we're all going to want to remember, and this is a great way to plaster our direct reactions to the surprises and stuff.
Yeah.
Unless it goes to theaters, then I might want to go see it, a 4-hour movie in theaters. I highly doubt it, though. That was a rumor going around there for a second. Yeah. They had talked about. We'll see when we get closer. There's also rumors that originally supposed to coming out in March, and now it's being moved. So we'll have to wait and see. I say take their time with it so we can get the best version possible. Definitely not something I want rushed.
The rumor right now is March of 2021 for the release.
Yeah, but the latest one that I read was that they were moving it. But we'll see. Me too. Me again too. Chris Iverson and Comet Camp Free season in this on March. Something like that. Yeah.
I put that turkey in that slow cooking. It's on low. Every once in a while, so it starts getting tougher. Hopefully it gets tender.
Will do. Man, they're into some kinky stuff, let me tell you.
Oh, I know. Could you imagine being tied down to the bed with that?
Her and Clark Kent were together. I'm just saying.
That didn't hit the right spot. Move to the left. So when you said you were into that, were you lying? Rope. I was lying.
Never. I was so into it. Why is she tying me up? What did I do wrong? Jacob, it's Frenchie.
That does look like a lot of like Frenchie.
Jacob, it's Frenchie.
Nope. Not Frenchie. Sorry, Zachary. It is not Frenchie.
It looks like him.
Same. Her answer to all of this stuff. Very relatable. She did it. I'm both frightened and aroused. Now we gotta cut. Huh. I wonder who this is.
You're not doing a good job, Jake.
He looks like somebody that would play like Kenneth Branagh.
He is Professor Lupin from the Harry Potter films.
No, I definitely know who he is. I'm just saying, like if Kenneth Branagh wanted to make a film about himself but didn't want to play himself, he could get him to play him. That's what I'm saying. Even though I think Kenneth Branagh is that cocky that he would play himself in his own side by
Some kind of CG effect to him.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Well, Kenneth Branagh didn't do Cats. What am I thinking? Kenneth Branagh like Death in the Nile and The Express.
Speaking about our Gal Gadot movie, Gadot, which got moved significantly into the future.
Did you see where they put Free Guy?
Yeah, I was really sad about it.
It's okay. We've seen the movie. It was great.
I don't really give a fuck, okay? Moral of the fucking story, I don't care.
One of my favorite scenes from the New 52 restart for DC is when Wonder Woman has an ice cream with the kid. It's one of my favorite moments in the comics when they do that for the first time. It's so well done. With a nun on the side.
She's slowly but surely falling in love.
Jenkins realized war so well.
I'm just really happy. In most of these movies, they glamorize it.
Nope, they didn't do that with this one. And this is why I'm looking forward to 84 so much, because it looks like such a different film compared to this one. Especially like the color palette. This one's more of like a, it's got like a darker green, darker blues. Like the palette just sets the tone. Whereas the 84, it's all brighter, lighter, I think as Grace put it in her non-spoiler view, kind of cartoonish, but in a good way.
You're a witch? A witch? Socrates, you know he had a witch. Sorry, I don't like villain parts of the movie. I understand why they're here. I get it. It's important. I don't care for it. Okay, you drug addict.
The villains in this movie suck.
They're very typical.
I have to say my favorite DC villain of recent memory is Shazam.
Well, that's because he was an actual villain. He did things like, I mean, I guess they did things that are kind of questionably moral, but like he was just more scary. Mark Strong did a lot with that role. He did a good job.
He's fantastic in that movie. Mark Strong is fantastic in that film.
For the Germans, and beer for the British.
Okay, we are pausing.
Yep. My controller died.
Wow, Zachary. How could you do that to us? Right there, we're copyrighted. This whole video was just pointless.
Okay, I'm at 1 hour, 9 minutes, 59 seconds.
You're ahead of me?
What are you at?
1 hour, 55 seconds.
I'm a full. Yeah, 1 hour, 9 minutes, 59 seconds.
Okay, give me 3 seconds. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
I might be a little ahead of you, but that's okay. Did you catch the line she told him?
What?
He's like, "Oh, you're gonna get a cold." Do you know her reaction to "Oh, you're gonna get a cold"?
What?
Oh, I don't.
Wow. This got dark quick.
Well, Zachary, we are reaching. Oh, we are over the halfway mark. So now, don't make that seem like it's a big deal. There, we still have 1 hour and 8 minutes left of the movie, so halfway mark is nothing.
We're about to get into one of the best scenes of this movie.
Definitely something a lot of people remembered. I'm so excited.
I'm getting chills right now. My hair is standing up. This has been so wow. I forgot how good this movie is. This is nuts.
2016, guys. Also released the same year as Harley Quinn's debut.
Honestly, 2016 was a great year for film because we also got, honestly, my favorite spin-off Star Wars movie, too. We got Rogue One that year, too.
Exactly. Okay. Which just enjoy this moment. Deserves to be enjoyed. Just like, bitch, you got this.
Oh my god, so cool.
A shotgun, I tell you. She's like, I did what I gotta do. Now the film's gonna get sad again, guys.
Yeah.
We had a happy moment.
You show off your directing, Patty. You show it off.
Fuck. That was so cool.
Also, can we just appreciate the fact he's keeping all action in camera? You know, there's not 37 cuts.
IKEA Monster Hunter, probably, but hey, you know.
IKEA Resident Evil, the final chapter.
Yeah. Monster Hunter, anybody?
Oh my god.
The Germans are like, "Yep, well, never seen that one before." She fell in love. We are right after No Man's Land. They're in the town. She's using her whip, and it's fucking amazing.
Sniper.
Really? So happy they did not.
What? I love that Steve remembered from the battle on the beach the shield thing.
She like totally destroyed that. Oh. Hmm.
That's a beautiful scene.
Yeah. Very nice. Pretty good character development too. Subtle character.
Like she says, at least she's honest.
Yeah, she could have been like, "Oh yeah, he totally gonna respect whatever you." I was thinking of the wrong war movie.
Hmm. The hairs are still risen. The tension is high. Or as theater and movies call it, asbestos.
I love how he finds himself funny.
That would really tickle me.
And you just said tickle. And now I want to get rid of you.
It's asbestos. Man, how does it feel to be that guy? He's gonna be the guy like, yeah, that happened.
Can we just take a moment to talk about how it happened? Warner
Yeah,
Brothers out here.
through a wall.
Warner Brothers out here pushing all the boundaries. Marvel could never, literally, could never. Maybe Marvel like Netflix, but that's about it.
What boggles my mind is that they 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 hit the boundary subtly between being a dark film with comedic aspects. I wonder what other film that came out this past year tried to do a dark tone with funny aspects that didn't really work.
I personally, truly, I saw Birds of Prey twice in theaters, 3 times in theaters. That was a little questionable. Should only saw it twice. Actually, forgot it came out this year, so I thought that was a last year movie personally, but yeah, just me. Um, I personally believe that I don't think it's as bad. I think it's a fine movie, but it's not my favorite movie. Like I've seen it like 4 or 5 times here at the house, just because I think some of the scenes are so iconic. I just think that it was a letdown. Could have been better. But hearing Harley Quinn say the F word, I've never found something more fitting. So definitely don't think I could go back. Which is the part that sucks. If they do go back to a PG-13 rating and Margot Robbie plays in that role. I think that's the only problem with jumping to an R rating in any type of platform is if you try to go back, I just feel like it doesn't work.
Well, Suicide Squad is going to be rated R.
Yeah. I'm talking about like later on. Like if they do a Gotham City Sirens and that's not rated R. Like I don't think Wonder Woman needs to be rated R.
No. So let me ask you a better question then. Does Ben Affleck's Batman need to be?
Why, yes, I think that's the answer is a yes.
Henry Cavill's Superman?
I would love for that to be a yes.
Ezra Miller's Flash movie?
No. Depends on what they want to do with it. I personally think they should cancel it, but that's just me.
Can I drive that? Please let me drive that. I'll be your chauffeur. You were given one job, buddy. One job.
She has a mind of her own. Literally life. I agree. It's just, I personally think it's only really rated R for that one horrible scene and then for the language. I mean, it's kind of violent, but they could have went so much further with it and it would have been so much better.
What are you talking about? Batman vs Superman?
No, Birds of Prey.
Oh.
And it's rated R rating. Like the stylistic choices that they made, it could have made it PG-13. They could have gotten away with it and made an unrated cut.
I think WB was just tired of making unrated cuts to their films.
No, I completely agree. But I would really say it's probably the language. I mean, I would have to rewatch it again to make that direct assumption, because that means they could cut out the scene, which I hated.
It
Yeah,
really
Batfleck is going to drop an F-bomb. I can't wait for Batfleck to drop an F-bomb. That's going to be a next thing we just need to know is his penis on screen. Iconic. Because of the comic. That was a joke. One laughed. I laughed at myself. It's fine.
It's not in frame, but my favorite DCEU movie is right there.
I think we're probably watching my favorite. It would either be this or Aquaman.
People always find me crazy, but I could easily sit down and watch the 3-hour version of that.
I just don't think it's necessary. I think there's a few scenes I really like from the Ultimate Cut, but ultimately I found it was explained way too much.
Well, it's between that one. I mean, arguably, I still think Snyder's version of Superman, Man of Steel, is fantastic.
Trash? Yeah, you're right. That would be a fun one to do a movie commentary to, because I just don't remember it being that good.
What, Man of Steel?
Yeah, every time I think of it, I just think of horrible. Like I didn't like it at all.
You know what? That might be a bad idea.
And I don't remember it like at all, so most of the movie would be like a completely like first time.
The opening stuff on Krypton is just beautiful.
Couldn't tell you. Don't remember a single thing from it. I have a doll with her in that blue dress.
My work has the Barbie dolls for '84. It has the Wonder Woman and Trevor 2-pack and a cheetah.
So is the cheetah the cheetah? Did they actually come out with the cheetah?
It's a cheetah doll. And now that Grace kind of talked about it in her non-spoiler review when it comes to her, my expectations are kind of where they need to be right now for Cheetah for the movie.
Yeah, more than likely it's going to be exactly how we think.
Yeah, which makes me, again, very upset.
He's just mad he doesn't have red hair. Let's get real here. The moral of the story, it's the fact there's no red hair. I mean, there's a mixture of a correct and a wrong answer right there. And I'm really not ready to get there. And yet it's coming faster than I would like. That's good. Glad you do.
Oh my god.
You don't remember this?
No.
Yeah, things are about to get a little real. It's a great build-up to a supposedly excellent third act. Just saying, maybe one of the best third acts
So now, I
in
want to ask you a
cinematic
question.
history. For sure.
Both DC and Marvel have now tiptoed into, tiptoed's a good word for that, into this era of cinema, which is, World War II-esque films. We have
Wonder Woman did it better.
But who had the better third act? Captain America or Wonder Woman? Really?
I really do not like First Avenger. So,
You
First
really?
Avenger. But here, very simple answer for you. It's a very, very simple. First Avenger brought us Peggy when it should have been Stucky all along. So I can never accept it. I can never accept the beautiful cinematography. And also, it's kind of directed by Kenneth Branagh, and no, I'm just kidding. I really just don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of. I just don't. I don't like it. Captain America. I'm much more Captain America dude, I think, than an Iron Man dude nowadays. It used to be opposite. Not so much. So it's a mixed bag. I think Captain America had better sequels. So yes. Fight. And more fight. Let's get ready.
I can watch Winter Soldier all day, every day, and not get bored. They do espionage thriller so good on that movie. It boggles my mind how it still holds up. For as old as that movie is now, it still holds up very well. You know what didn't hold up though? I watched it. Age of Ultron. No.
Yeah. I don't even think it was that good when it came out. I think we were just all like, another Avengers movie. Let's love it. And then what a title. Now ask him the question. Uh, I mean, I know a lot of people died, but like, wow. Straight up cold-blooded murder right there. And she like shoved that sword into him. You know that's through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Now pick it back up. For no apparent reason. Nothing's coming.
I'm going to be honest with you. You've been walking around this thin line of talking about this the entire film, and it sucked because you have not been hiding it very well.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was right. That's kind of nice to know, the recognition. I think she gets it again. I can't remember.
It's God Killer. She has God Killer in BBS.
Yeah, like I'm assuming she probably gets it again. Huh. Interesting. She just bursts out in song. Da, da, da.
One of the worst reveals for any superhero film.
I mean, I mean, let's watch it play out. Maybe it gets better.
I love Jacob. I love you because you like to defend bad decisions. This is a bad decision.
I'm not saying this was a bad decision, as I kind of like the moral of the story being everybody's kind of but besides the point, I like everybody being gray. You know, putting a bad guy, one specific person against it all makes the world black and white, which I just strongly just don't believe in. So on that note, no, bad decision. Also, typical bad decision. I mean, the problem with the villains is that it's every villain you would expect in every film. They're all typecast. There's no originality to them.
Also, he's got a mustache.
Yeah, should have gave it away. Goddamn mustaches. See, we have beards, so we're nice.
Okay, yeah, how she get God's quarterback?
I guess that was where the question came from. Now we understand, Mark.
Which means that's probably not God Killer she has in BVS.
There we go. Oh, there's that answer. So, yeah. They did a better job here, though. Sorry.
Could you imagine if the Snyder Cut has Henry Cavill with just straight stash?
So basically, for the sword, it's a different sword in BVS. Has a different hilt. I did some Googling. Fuck you. Okay, so getting a little more questionable as we progress. But we'll see. We still have time. It could get better. I mean, it's fun. And hopefully by the 80s, she's learned more. You ain't wrong.
It's so sad.
It is really sad. What is sadder is to know the history of the world going forward, and how this is such a small moment, and it seems so big. Not to make it sadder. Not the pocket watch. Okay, it's gonna get a little bit more questionable. All right, well, it's officially very questionable. But I get it. I get it. I get why they went here. Do I agree? Not necessarily. It still is pretty epic, though.
Yes, it is.
In
But
their defense, they did a pretty good job with something that I don't agree with. Now, what do you think the biggest problem is for the third act?
this movie is grounded the entire time. It's when we get to this point right here, it loses that groundedness. Because
But it is a superhero film.
no, I understand that. My best way to describe this is oh boy, is honestly is Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is a grounded film through and through to the end.
But my only difference, the only gripe I could play is that we are playing with two gods, whereas
Yeah,
Winter Soldier is not a god.
no, but it's just there's also the CGI is not it's used in this movie, yes, but it's blatantly used at the end of this film, and it doesn't work on him at all. It takes me out of the film when I see him because he stands out.
I would have to honestly watch BVS again. I just remember Doomsday being a whole blur.
Now see where now see with that one, it's that the movie throughout is mystical and magical. Whereas with this one, the opening is mystical, but the leading up to this fight has been grounded the entire time. There hasn't been that element of magic except for her.
I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but I get where you're coming from, though, for sure.
'84 better have a reason upon reason for his return.
It's fucking Chris Pine. I'm happy. And also, I kind of have like respect for Patty Jenkins. Kind of gives me a little 300 vibes. But it makes it all feel Zack Snyder.
Which is why it fits so well within this version of the DC universe.
Well, you messed up a little there, but I would say that there is probably a little too much CGI. But the Crusher with a tank? Yeah. I mean, I'm not crying over here, but like, I did move there.
I'm crying.
That cries over everything, though. It doesn't really take much for those waterworks to come out there. Oh, he said, I love you, though. That hurts. Well deserved. Damn! That's what happens when she's the daughter of Zeus. She can also wield lightning.
What do you say?
It's like, you need glasses.
I'm glad I didn't do that.
I am also very glad they didn't do that. I wonder where
Yeah,
that
yeah,
critter
yeah,
came.
give me an answer. His name's Ryan Reynolds.
Well, no, all that stuff fell through.
Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, this is completely off topic and off movie. Did you see his Croods commercial about his gin?
I did not, but I was sure we YouTube that one.
It is hilarious.
I thought you were going to talk about how he was a part of the Match commercials.
Part of the what?
The Match commercials with the devil.
Oh no, he made a commercial about his movie, The Croods. And he's like,
I saw that movie.
Oh, you saw Croods?
Yeah, I saw Croods too. I saw it like a few weeks ago.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was very weird. I thought I had seen the weirdest children's movie to come out this year, which is Trolls World Tour. I was wrong. Croods 2 definitely took that cookie. It was weirder. And I don't know how that's humanly possible. But it succeeded at being weirder.
Did River like it?
River did. She took away some things that I don't really necessarily think are the morals of the story, but we're slowly working through that. See, the problem with kids' movies nowadays, they're a little ambiguous, which is fun for us adults, but they're not really kids' movies anymore. That's kind of how this was. It was also extremely scary. A lot of people died. So, you have children. Just FYI. I was like, okay, so now they have smartphones in the early 1900s? Huh. Who would have thunk? And they were never seen again.
Till 1984.
And then again in 2016. And then again in 2021. But actually 2018, since that movie's set in the past.
We got that entire film from one picture.
That's how amazing that picture is. That's a long thought she just had.
Yeah. It's a 2 hour and 22-minute thought, really.
Stripped down to like dialogue.
She had Bruce Wayne syndrome for when he fell asleep at the Batcave, except it went on for a lot longer. I know what she was doing.
You get it. See, they kind of tease her flying at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I just know it goes nowhere.
By the way, I like that in this movie.
We'll get there, Mark. We'll move over to the review.
She's the hero of London?
She is the hero of London. Mm-hmm. So basically, by the way, just quick forewarn, if you guys have never been here before, the movie is officially over. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes, 10 minutes of credits because, well, the ending required a lot of VFX work, obviously. And now we're going to move over into our review portions. These are not the first times we've seen this movie, and so yeah, but we will give a rating out of 10. We tend to do it in 3 ways: out of 10, out of 5, and what we grade it. All things end up being different, and I don't understand how it works, but we do things here. So, Zachary, do you want to go first?
Sure. Like you said, the first 2/3 of this film is just, it's pure good the entire time. It's not boring. You're captivated by the characters. The opening scene on Themyscira is a lot stronger than I remember. It has a very, very strong opening. I think everybody comes to play very well. Obviously, the highlights of this movie are Gal Gadot and Chris Pine as Diana and Steve, respectively. I think their chemistry is on point. However, this film, like it stands true almost 4 years later. Or is it 3 years later?
2017. We're going to. I think it's 3 years.
It holds true 3 years later. The end of this film is bad. That final, the third act really falls apart at the end, and I think it's because this film. I like the message that the movie gives when she kills Ludendorff, which is that there is no God, controlling what's going on. This is man's decision on whether or not to continue on with what they're doing. There was it was like Trevor said, hate Ares or no Ares. Maybe this is just what man wants to do. And I honestly feel as though if the movie would have ended with that, and Trevor's still dying, and that ultimately helping stop the war, would it have been a bleak ending? Yes, but I think it would have pushed through what the film's been about, which is that no matter how good you are inside, things will still go on the way you don't expect them to, and you become something out of that. And that was Diana's journey from the beginning of the film to the end, which is her realizing that, she needs to be there for us, whether we deserve it or not, and whether there's a God on the line or a guy trying to rob a bank. It's man's decision to do that, whether there's a supernatural being controlling it. And I think the stuff with Ares at the end really takes away from what the ending could have been. Because I think Ludendorff possibly being Ares, but then not being Ares, I think means more to her. And also, it really clicks in my head. How the fuck does he get there that quick?
He just evaporates, Zachary.
I don't like the end of this movie at all. I don't like the third act. I think that ending scene with her and the guys together looking at the picture and then that final shot is great, but the last part doesn't work. So I would give this movie and 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. About a 5.
Out of 5, get a 4.5.
About a grade.
With a grade, B plus.
Since we do all three here, we might as well go through.
So 8, 4.5, and a B plus.
Really? I've not heard that one yet. Have you heard that, Zach?
Huh.
That Ares will make an appearance in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Interesting.
That'd be nice.
He might be in the flashback scene when Darkseid is trying to take over Amazons, or Darkseid's trying to take over the world. Maybe the gods are there to help.
It'd be nice though. I would like the callback because it was such a big moment for the final act of this movie. My opinions on this, to go off of what Zachary said, I think the problem with Wonder Woman, looking at it from like you're dissecting the movie, which we all know when we start dissecting movie perfect. When you look at from afar with the color glass, with your rose glass glasses and stuff, the movie is beautiful. Overall, if I'm just rating off my enjoyment of the film, this is a perfect film. I enjoyed every aspect. I even enjoyed the big boss battle at the end. I mean, there was nothing wrong with this in my eyes. But if we're looking at it from like a story standpoint, that's where things start to, get a little clunky. And the problem is the beginning puts forward this message of gods and how the world's created, how Diana's created. And there's also wonder of mystery. If you're a comic book reader, you already know. But for instance, we went with a non-comic book reader, and this is one of my sister's favorite films of like all time. This is like one of her like god choices. And she had no idea what Wonder Woman was. She had no idea that she was a god or a part. Like she's a demigod. She's not a full god. She's a demigod. No. And she had no idea. And so for us, we knew that. For avid comic book readers, we know exactly Wonder Woman's origin story. It's nothing new to us. It's not a big spoiler. It's not a big plot twist. But for a non-avid reader, it is. And so putting that thread in the beginning and then going into something so grounded as the war is and how realistic they decide
to take it
go and not the slight that it kind of looks like Wonder Woman 1984 is the reason why the third act doesn't work. Is because they have to wrap up the whole movie. They have to keep it dark and serious. That's why the battle was a little bit more graphic, I would say. A little more intense than some of the other scenes throughout the film. It's not graphic, more intense, I would say. But they also have to answer those questions that they directly brought up in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it feels like they meshed two movies together. Whereas I think The Darkness does work with Wonder Woman, but I think ultimately for this film, it did not succeed. As much as I love it, and you can choose which part of the film you enjoyed the most. If you like the beginning and the end, then you probably don't love the middle as much.
Yeah.
And that's, and once again, that's Wonder Woman. She is a decisive character. That's why some people are going to love Wonder Woman 1984 because she's a peace bringer there. Or they're going to hate Wonder Woman 1984 because she is not this person anymore, And I'm very curious to see what my opinion and my reaction is to it because it's going to be a very different movie. And I'm very curious. I'm going to walk away from Wonder Woman 1984 thinking that more of that should have been here based on the messages that they were trying to portray.
Right. So
let
me ask you.
Yes.
Out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
What would you give?
Now, am I just basing off of like what we just talked about?
All of the above.
Oh God. Okay. Well, enjoyment and I think generalistic ratings are two different things. If I'm just like grading this for you guys, we will be doing Man of Steel and BVS. Yeah. We'll be doing Man of Steel in probably January and then BVS in February. Yeah, it's my best guess. The only one we're not really doing is Aquaman. I already watched it. Zach really want to watch it, so. And Shazam, I don't think it's going to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League, so I'm not really worried about going back and snatching that one.
We have to watch Suicide Squad at some point.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. The big ones are Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman for sure.
Anyway, Jake.
Sorry, back to my ratings. My generalistic rating of a movie, I'd say this is about a 7.5 to an 8. You know, very much enjoyed myself, but overall, there is faults in the lines, and we have to call them out for it. Now, enjoyment rating, once again, I think this film, if you're just looking for a movie to enjoy on a Saturday night, it's golden. I think this is perfect. Do we have to?
Honestly, I think we should. I really
Maybe
do.
when they announce a release date, we'll do it before it begins.
Good. I really think we should.
We'll do it before it begins. We'll figure it out. We'll sit down, me and Zachary, once they announce the release date for Snyder Cut, and then we'll do it the weekend before or whatever it is. We'll figure it out. We'll announce it.
Okay. So that was your numbers around a 7 or 8, correct? Oh boy. We're going to remove him so we can fix his camera problems, and we'll bring him back. But yeah, once we figure out what Batman when Justice League comes out, we will figure it out then. Okay. We'll be back shortly. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I am. Like I said, I think this movie is very good, but the ending of this film really does kind of turn it off for me. I love what they set up in the beginning. I think the middle stuff. Hey, look who's back!
Hi. I don't really know what just happened there, but it booted me, and then I came home. So now we're here.
So your number rating was between a 7.9 and an 8.
Yeah.
What's your grade?
Well, also by 5, I would say this is probably a 4, a solid 4. And a grade, I would also go with like an A minus B plus, somewhere in between there. I don't really think it hits a B plus, and I also don't think it's an A minus. And so, like, whatever the little micro points in between, that's where this is at. So that's Wonder Woman, and just like I said, for movie commentary, since that's the next thing we talk about. Is there anything else you want to talk about Wonder Woman, Zachary? Do you have speculation for Wonder Woman 1984?
I'm going to admit this right now. I feel like even though it looks like such a different movie, I think the structure of 84 is going to hit the tones of this movie. I really do. Judging from what I've heard from early reviews of the film, it feels as though they did not learn from their mistake when it came to the third act problems, from what I've heard, involving another CGI character finding Diana. The only difference is this time they got a really, no offense to the actor who plays Ares at all, he didn't need enough screen time in this movie. Kristen Wiig, on the other hand, is going to have more screen time in 84 before we get to that point. Hopefully.
Oh.
But I'm excited. I'm ready. You know, the fact that DC began and is now capping off the year, you know, good on them. You know, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm ready for another superhero film to hit.
Okay. Nice. I feel I'm gonna cry. That's my thing. I have a feeling we're going to cry. Now I have no idea if I'll cry on movie commentary. We'll see how much it actually affects me emotionally. But I do believe when I see it in theaters for the first time, I will cry. This one made me cry. Why wouldn't the next one, make me cry? So that's that opinion. For movie commentaries in general going forward, like I said, me and my brother both have birthdays. And, we both could see this and think this is what we need to watch for one of our birthdays. Mm-hmm. Or we could be like, we can wait like the extra week or whatever it is and do a birthday movie for Zachary and then come back and do a birthday movie for me and then watch Wonder Woman 1984. It's going to happen in January.
We just don't know when yet.
We just don't know when. Or December. It's either going to happen at the end of December or in the beginning to middle of January.
I know this much. There is one movie that's coming out the same day I want to do a commentary for. I really do. That'd be Soul. I want to find a good time to do so. I really think we should.
A part of me wants to watch Soul first and then decide if Soul is worth or if we're gonna do that, do it like Mulan and do a direct reaction to Soul.
I think we should
instead. Because personally, I know it's not gonna be a movie I'm watching on Christmas. So
no, but we're finally going to start getting into that rotation now, thanks to Warner Brothers. Every other Friday, we're going to have a new release. So our commentaries are going to be going up the roof anyway, thanks to HBO Max. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll keep you guys posted for sure. Once again, for most movie commentary months, we try to do 2 with an odd of a third every once in a while. We like to throw it up in there. And sometimes a 4th, but those are very, very slim in the chances. So there's only enough blocks to fill. Like January could be Wonder Woman, Man of Steel, as I'm guessing we'll probably watch it in January, and a random film up in there as well. Who knows? We'll keep you posted though. We will have our final podcast going up relatively soon though, and it's going to be a long one, so get some popcorn. Yeah.
And also, I want to let everybody know, happy almost Mandalorian Day. This Friday, tomorrow is the season finale of Mandalorian Season 2. I want to bring this up because we were reviewing not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 episodes of Mandalorian on this week's podcast.
And whenever that goes up, it's going to be really long. It's probably going to be 2 parts type of thing. There's a lot.
But we were reviewing 4 episodes worth of Mandalorian because we have not been able to get together and talk about it, and boy, we have a lot to talk about. Just like with Wonder Woman, I want to bring this up real quick. Final predictions leading into the finale. Man of Steel hype, yeah, buddy. Man of Steel is fantastic. I love Man of Steel.
I really hope it's going to change my mind. I really hate that film, so hopefully my mind's like, I don't like it as much.
You know what I'm realizing? Every DC film's ending is where the movie either breaks or makes it. Because Man of Steel, controversial. Batman vs. Superman, controversial. Wonder Woman, controversial. Suicide Squad.
Sorry. I know, too soon.
Suicide Squad, controversial. Shazam is probably the most non-controversial ending.
No, I know people who do not like the fact that they brought in the Shazam family.
It works so well.
I know people who said it ruined the movie. So no, third acts for DC, not really working for them.
Come on, Snyder.
It's just like, let's cut it here. I could see the climax, but let's not go there. I have no hope. Let's not do it.
But since I got you here, because I don't know when I'm going to see you again for the podcast, what are your expectations going into the finale for Mandalorian Season 2?
I hope. Big battle.
Okay.
I hope that my freaking best friend doesn't die. My God, could you imagine the riot they actually did kill, though? That'd be hilarious. Roku.
Oh. Mm-hmm. People are saying they're going to kill Boba Fett.
No, Boba Fett is currently filming, so I don't think that's going to be the case. Now, Boba Fett could technically take place in the past, but I just don't see that either being the case either. So I don't see that.
Do you predict anyone from this season to show up for the finale? I think Bo-Katan's a good chance.
I think Bo-Katan's a good chance, and I also think Ahsoka could be a good little, sneak peek cameo.
What about Cobb? The Marshal from the first episode? The guy who had the armor from the first episode. He told Mando he owes him a favor. And also, do you think a Jedi is going to show up at the end of the episode?
I do believe there is a chance that we could finally get to see Ezra. Yeah.
I am now on the fence of Cal or Ezra.
Yeah, I'm still going to say Ezra here, but that's just me.
You tell me you don't want to see Pierre Monahan?
Well, honestly, at this point in time, I hope he gets the role because, like, Shameless is ending. We'll see where he goes.
I think that'll do it for us tonight. Wait.
All right. Do you want to say the outro, Zachary?
As always, guys, we appreciate you coming down and watching Wonder Woman with us. Make sure to like, rate, subscribe, comment on any podcast or YouTube where you watch us. Again, I want to remind everybody that within 2 weeks, we will be watching Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise as a commentary together with me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we will see you guys for the final podcast of 2020. Crazy saying that sentence, but it's the fact.
It's the final podcast of 2020. It'll be the final podcast for a little bit. We are going to take a slight little break in between season 2 and season 3. But I think that is all to, know. We'll probably be back in the end of January, early, like around Oscar time is normally when we come back. So
you'll see a commentary before you see a podcast.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, movie commentaries are going to be much more frequent. Goodbye, Mark. I'm happy you joined along. We will see you in May. Or not in May. My God, I really just jumped real far into the future. We'll see you in January. Hopefully we see you in May. If you want to be around, you can. Your choice, your life. I agree. I have nothing to announce here as none cool things are coming from Jacob until at least mid-January. So you got a minute late. And I don't got time to.
I want to plug my other YouTube channel. A certain video I did about a month ago did very well for the channel. So I will be doing a follow-up involving this guy with a little bit of this guy. So there will be a follow-up video to my master's video I'll be doing relatively soon.
Very well then. All right. All of our socials and things are linked down below, and we will talk to you guys soon. Zachary, do you want to go ahead and do ourselves a good old song?
I got you, buddy. Da-da.